So today in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a full-fledged SaaS using AI. And the best part is that you can go ahead and integrate payments using Stripe or Polar, database using Convex or Supabase, and authentication using Clerk or Supabase in a single click. So normally, if you were to, let's say, integrate any of these third-party services for authentication, payments, or databases, you will have to spend hundreds of thousands or if not millions of tokens just as to get that thing set up, right? Well, this is where the SaaS starter template from Tempo AI comes into play. So you can go ahead and build your dream SaaS application and go ahead and select the payment provider, database provider, and also authentication provider that you want to use, and just press the button, paste the API keys, and you're pretty much sorted. The AI will go ahead and take care of payments like subscription based payments or let's say databases, authentication, and all that. I'll show you all of that in this video. And if that sounds interesting, without wasting further ado, let's jump straight in. All right, so this right here is Tempo AI, and this is the AI coding tool that we'll be using today to create our SaaS application. And now I've already created a video explaining how we can use Tempo AI. And if you haven't watched that already, you can press the I button above or the link in the description below, and you can go ahead and watch that video. And now to quickly get started, all you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below and you land on this page, and I'll quickly go ahead and log into my account. And if this is your first time, you can go ahead and sign up for a new account. And to create a new project, I'll go ahead and click on this create project option, and it should take me to this page where it asks what would you like to do. So here we have two options, generate an app and connect GitHub repository. Since we want to create a SaaS product from scratch, I'll go ahead and select this option that says generate an app. And next up, towards the bottom side, you can find a couple of options, including framework, auth/DB, and payments. And before that, obviously, whatever be that app that you want to build, you can go ahead and put the instructions in here and also upload images. But before that, let me actually go ahead and configure these settings right here. First up, you gotta select the framework that you want to use to build your SaaS app. So here we have two options, that is Vite and Next JS. And here for this build, I would love to use, let's say, Next JS. And for auth and DB, we have two options. One is to use Supabase for authentication and databases, or you can also use Clerk and Convex as well. But if you want to use Clerk and Convex, you'll have to switch to Vite. And as for payments, you have options for Stripe and Polar as well. So I'll select Next.js, Supabase. And as for payments, I would like to use Stripe. So if you want to, you can also go ahead and use Polar as well. So here we have all these things selected. So I'll go ahead and click on this setup integrations option. And now all you gotta do is to create a new Supabase project and connect it in here, and also add your Stripe API keys and click on the setup integrations option, and you should be pretty much good to go. Let me show you. First up, we'll start with Supabase. So I'll go ahead and click on this connect Supabase option. And now it will ask you to authorize the API. So I can go ahead and select the organization and click on authorize Tempo Labs. And now once that's done, you'll be able to select the project that you want to incorporate into the app that you're building. But before that, you need to head over to, let's say, supabase.com. And if this is your first time, all you gotta do is to click this, let's say here you'll have a sign up button. Just click on the sign up button and create a new account. And once you're logged in, this is going to be the interface that you will see. And the first thing that you gotta do is to create a new organization. And once you have a new organization, you can go ahead and click on this new project option, select the organization, and you can go ahead and put the project name, database password, select a region, and click on the create new project, and you can go ahead and instantly create a new project. Now I've already created a project for this video, and this is this one, 11. So I can go ahead and select that, and let's wait for it. All right, so as you can see, it is now selected, and all I gotta do is to click on this connect option. Okay, so as you can see, Supabase is now connected. So Supabase has been enabled. We have dashboard, view tables, manage users, SQL editor, and edge functions, and a couple of other options. And the next important thing that is left to do is to obviously configure payments. And if you remember correctly, we selected Stripe in the beginning, and now it is asking us for this couple of these things, that is Stripe publishable key, secret key, and webhook secret. And for that, all you gotta do is to head over to stripe.com and sign into your account. Okay, so this right here is my Stripe dashboard, and the first thing that you gotta do is to put your Stripe account into test mode so that we can test and do all that bunch of stuff. And now if I head over to Tempo, it is asking me for a couple of things, that is publishable key, secret key, and webhook secret. So if you go ahead and click on the search option and search API, you should be able to find the API keys sections. For now, I'll click on this API keys, and here you will find two options, or let's say two keys, that is publishable key and secret key. First, I'll start with this publishable key. So it's copied. I can head back, paste the key in here, and I can copy the secret key and paste it in here. Okay. And now we gotta select the Stripe webhook secret. So I'll head back to Stripe. And next up, I need to obtain my Stripe webhook secret. So I can head over to Stripe again, click on developers, click on webhooks, And now it should take me to this page, and I can click on add destination, and okay, everything looks good. So I'll go ahead and select all the events. All right, for now I'll keep it as it is. Click on, let's say, continue, and now you gotta select the webhook endpoint option. Click on continue, and then you have to put your endpoint URL in here. I'll head back to Tempo, copy this webhook endpoint, paste it in here, and click on create destination. And now it should give you a signing secret right here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click on the reveal option and copy the same to the clipboard. And now I can head to Tempo, paste the secret in here. Okay, okay, so that's correct. So that's sorted. And now I can click on this option that says I confirm that I have selected all events for my Stripe webhook. And now, as you can see, as soon as I entered my Stripe secret key and publishable key, you can see Tempo has actually pulled all the products from my Stripe account, and it says you have 4 Stripe plans set up in this project. And now if I go to my Stripe account, okay, let me close this one. And if I go to the product catalog section, as you can see, in total, I have 4 products, 2 is active and 2 is archived. And that is exactly what I've seen here. So you have 4 Stripe plans. And now if I want to, I can go ahead and create a new project. I can put the name as, let's say, Ultra. Put the pricing as, let's say, $3,000. And now recurring, monthly, everything looks good. If you want to, you can put a description, image and all that. So depending on what exactly you're trying to build, you can go ahead and fill all these informations. And once done, I can click on add product option. So now our account should have 5 products or 5 plans. So if I head back and click on this refresh option, it should update to 5. So as you can see, 5 Stripe plans. And now, believe it or not, authentication, payments, and databases are completely integrated into your app. So I can go ahead and click on the setup integration option, and that's pretty much it. And now you can go ahead and start building whatever app that you want to. For example, let's say, okay, before that, what exactly am I trying to build? Well, I'm trying to build a website like 11 Labs where people could go ahead and paste a piece of content, select the voice, the language, and with the press of a button, the AI will go ahead and convert that specific text into a speech on that specified voice, and users can download once it's done. So that's basically the kind of application that I'm trying to build. So I'll go ahead and put the description in here. So this right here is the initial prompt that I'll give. So it says build a SaaS where users can paste a piece of content and turn it into a speech and download the same, and use OpenAI API for the same. So this is the initial or starting prompt that I'll give, and I can go ahead and click on the next option. Okay. So as you can see, Tempo has started working on the same, and here you can find all the requirements like a clean minimalistic text area, voice selection drop down, preview player, prominent download button, loading state and all that. And here you can also find this user flow diagram as well. So you can find all the PRD stuff within this PRD tab right here. And as you can see, it says setting up Supabase project components. So it says running initial Supabase migration, setting up get plans edge functions, payments webhook, and also checkout edge function as well. And now if I head back to Supabase, okay, let me close this one. And if I select the project that I'm working on, where is it? Okay, 11 right here. And if I go to, let's say, table editor, I should be able to find these 3 tables right here, which says subscriptions, users, and webhooks. Cool. So all these tables are now integrated. And if we go to, let's say, edge functions, I should also find 3 edge functions for payments and plan related stuff as well. As you can see, created a few seconds ago. All right, everything looks good. And now let's just say, okay, so it's implementing. All right, so based on the PRD information right here, the AI is now creating a text to speech converter based on the PRD. So it is creating all the necessary files, include the page.tsx file, text to speech converter, text area, select, okay. So it is creating all these components and putting everything together. And if you move over to this design tab right here, this is where you'll be able to find the preview of the app that the AI is building. I'll show you that in a bit. And now if you move over to this code section, you can select a file and view the code for the same in here. And here you also have this terminal instance. And if I click on this icon right here, I should be able to see the DOM tree. So here we have it. I can expand it, view all the components and all that in here. And if I click on this file selector option, I should be able to find all the files within my project. So here you have this package.json, we have the src folder, app, then we have the middleware in here. We have all these components, dashboard, pricing, UI, auth, and whatnot. So if you want to view the code for each individual files, you can visit the file explorer and view all that kind of stuff. And here you can also integrate Figma and convert Figma design into app. Then you have all that kind of stuff in here, okay? And now let's just wait for the AI to complete implementing all this, and we can take it up from there. All right, so seems like Tempo is done writing the code. And now if I move over to the design tab and if I click on this play button right here, I should be able to view a full screen preview of the app that Tempo has created for us. And this right here is the app, and it says transform text to speech in seconds. And here we have a nice landing page, a couple of cards, a ribbon section. And this is where Tempo has actually pulled all the pricing and plans from our Stripe account and has included it in here. And here you can find the $3,000 per month plan that we added just now. Okay, and now it's time to test the functionality of the app. So first up, we'll see if authentication is working. So I can click on the sign up button right here. And now I'll enter my name, email, and put a random password. And I can click on the sign up button and it says signing up. So let's wait. Okay, here it also says emails are rate limited, enable custom SMTP to increase the rate limit. And now it says thanks for signing up, please check your email for a verification link. So let me quickly go ahead and open my Gmail account and see if I have received the verification link. Alright, so as you can see here we have the verification link, and if I click on this confirm email option, my email should get verified. Okay, that should be it, I guess. And now if I go to Supabase and click on authentication, and here you can find the new user. Alright, so that's created, and heading back, and now I can move over to the sign in page and sign into my account. Let me put my email, entering the password, hit sign in, and hopefully it should take us to the dashboard. So let's see. Oh yes, there we are. So initially after the sign up process is done, it will straight up take us to this pricing page, because only if we have a valid plan will be allowed to use the app. So it is asking us to select the plan. For now, I'll go ahead and select this $3,000 per month plan, and I can click on the get started button. And there you go. It is now loading the Stripe checkout page, and it is asking me to subscribe to the Ultra plan, and it is $3,000 per month. And now all you gotta do is to enter the card information and hit the subscribe button, and we should be subscribed. So if I move over to my Supabase account and if I go to table editor and click on subscriptions, as you can see, we don't have any active subscriptions now. So I'll go ahead and put the dummy card data in here, 42424242 242 CVC, let's put 424, name, and I can click on the subscribe button. And now within seconds, the payment will get successful, and then the Stripe webhook will get called, and it will update the subscription data in our database. And once everything is done, we should have the subscription status as active, and we should also be able to access our app. So let's wait. Okay, so as you can see, the payment is now successfully captured. So seems like the payment is now completed, but still it is redirecting us back to the pricing page. So I'll open Tempo again and I'll put, after the payment is successful, the subscription does not get changed, and I can hit enter, and hopefully that will fix the issue. So let's wait for it to complete first. And now as you can see, Tempo is making changes to some of these files, and hopefully that should fix the error. Alright, so seems like the issue is now fixed, and I went ahead and deleted the current subscription from our Supabase table. And now I can go ahead and click on the get started button, and it should take us to the Stripe checkout page. I can enter the dummy card details like this. Okay, name on the card, and I can click on the subscribe button. Okay, so the payment is now successful. So let's wait. It should now redirect us back to our app, and we can take it up from there. Alright, so now it says payment successful. Thank you for your purchase. Your subscription has been activated successfully. Okay, you will receive a confirmation email shortly with your subscription details. And now it is also showing us the button to try text to speech. So I'll go ahead and click on that one. And now if I move over to the Supabase account and refresh this page right here, so here we can find a new entry in the subscriptions table. And as you can see, the status is now set as active. So the subscription feature of our app is currently working. And if I head over to Stripe and if I refresh, as I can see, the gross volume is $9,000. And yeah, so as you can see, payments, everything else is working exactly like the way we want to. And if I click on transactions, here we have the updated one. So this is the latest one. So I can click on that one. So here you have the test payment information. Okay, good. Okay, so pretty much everything about capturing payment and actually implementing the subscription feature is now successfully implemented. And the next functionality that we want to implement is to, let's say, implement OpenAI API and let users use it so they can go ahead and convert it into speech and download the same. So I can go ahead and say, make the core functionality of the app work, and I can hit enter. And now hopefully it will ask me to enter my OpenAI API key, and pretty much everything should start working. But before that, I need to grab my OpenAI API key. So I can go to my account in here, and I'll go to settings, API keys, create new secret key, and let's say audio. I'll put as default project, click on create secret key, and I'll copy the same. Now heading back to Tempo. So it says I'll implement the OpenAI API integration to make the text-to-speech functionality work. All right. So right now we only have this dummy implementation. So right now the AI is making all the changes and it will ask us to enter the API key. And once everything is done, the core functionality of our app should be ready. Okay. So let's wait. So it says it has implemented the OpenAI API integration and created a .env.example file with the required environment variables, TypeScript declaration and all that. To make it work, you will need to add your OpenAI API key to your environment variable. Okay, so I've copied my API key and I can go to my file selector. Okay, add the following line to your .env.local. But for some reason, we only have this .env.example file. That's okay. I'll go ahead and say I only see .env.example in the project. And I can hit enter and let's see. Okay, so it says you're right, there's only a .env in the project. To make OpenAI integration work, you need to create a .env.local file. So here's how to do it, root of the directory. All right. So I can head back and I'll create a new file in here and I'll name it .env.local, hit enter. Okay, and now OpenAI API key equals our actual key. Click on save. And now I can refresh the page and I should be able to use it. So let's see. Hi there, this is Astro K Joseph. Select a random voice. Let's put it as Fable. Click on convert to speech and hopefully it works. So let's see. So it says converting. All right, so here we have something. It is showing us a preview. And if I click on this play button, hopefully the audio should get played. Let me see.
Hi there, this is Astro K Joseph.
So the actual functionality of our app is now working. And if I click on this download MP3 option, all right, so I can download the MP3 file. Cool. So the core functionality of our app is now working as exactly as we wanted. And the next thing that I want to do is to, let's say, add a history page where I should be able to find all the recent or the past generations that I did. And I should also be able to download the file as well. So I'll go ahead and say, okay, everything works. Next up, I want to add a new history section to the app to access all the past generations and download the audio as well. Okay, so I can hit enter. So basically now the AI will go ahead and create a new page, something like /history or something. And now it will list all the previous and past generations. And if I need, I should be able to download the same. Okay, exactly like what you would get with, let's say, 11 Labs. So let's wait for it to complete the same. All right, so seems like the history feature of our app is now working. And if I go ahead and let's put a random line of text, select a voice and click on convert to speech. And after the conversion process is done, I should now be able to find the same in the history page, which I can access by clicking this view history option right here. So let's wait for it. Okay, so here we have the audio.
Hi there.
It's working. And we also have that nice wavy looking animation.
Hi there.
Which actually looks sick. Okay, now that we have converted the text, I should hopefully find it in the history section. So I can go ahead and click on the view history option and let's see. All right, so as you can see here, you can find all the previous and past generations and you have the option to download it, delete it, and you can find the actual voice, the script and all that kind of feature. And if you want to, you can also go ahead and play the same from here as well.
Hi there.
So pretty much everything works. And now if I head back to my, let's say, Supabase account, here you can find a new table called as TTS history. And if I click on that one, I should be able to find the same in here, the entry. Okay, and now pretty much everything that we asked for is completely working. So we went ahead and created a new app which includes payments using Stripe, like subscription-based payments, webhooks, and everything is already taken care of. Then we have implemented authentication and database using Supabase, and the entire project is built on top of Next.js. And yeah, pretty much everything is already taken care of. And now the cool thing about the SaaS starter template pack within Tempo Labs is that you don't have to spend any time, energy, or even tokens on implementing all these functionalities. So normally if you were to, let's say, implement Stripe or authentication or any other features, you will have to engage in a back and forth conversation with the AI, and easily you will spend like millions of tokens for just that one thing. So that is where the starter template comes into play. So everything is already taken care of. All you gotta do is to put your API key and click on the integration button, and everything should be done and ready for you. Okay, so that's how you use AI, or more like Tempo, to create a SaaS application with payments, authentication, and databases and backend and all that kind of stuff with the press of a button. And to quickly get started, all you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below, sign up for a new account, and you can start building your dream app with Tempo AI. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.